Good morning, one and all. Respected director, sir, respected course coordinator, Dr. R. Manza, sir. Good morning, one and all. Respected director, sir, Dr. N. Bandela, sir. Respected course coordinator, Dr. R. Manza, sir. Respected assistant director, sir, Dr. Mohammad Rafin, sir. And all technical staff and all my dear participants. Myself, Dr. Madhav Bokware, working as assistant professor in Institute of Technology and Management, Nanded. I am here for seminar presentation, and my seminar topic is outlier detection. That is a technique for data mining. The contents of this seminar is introduction, causes of outlier, application of outlier, categories of outlier detection, classification of outlier, classification of outlier detection methods. There are two methods, CCT and K-means, conclusion and references. First of all, see the introduction. In today's technical environment, there is a data and it's not a new terminology, that is an old one. The information collection and processing of data which deals with data field, that is called as data mining. That is a collection of data and processing of data, that is known as a data mining. While working with a large data set, there are some problems arising due to some abnormal, irregular behavior of data point. Such a points are considered as a noise or wrong entries. But the problem is that these data points having important information, and therefore it is a need to make it in regular form. The data points with abnormal, irregular, uncertain behavior are not point of the system as defined as a outliers. There are a number of algorithms used for the outlier detection. And there are various studies going on outlier detection, and number of researchers are trying to avoid the outliers or data loss. There are so many definition of outliers. Some of the researchers are define outlier as follows. A more general definition of outlier is given by Hawkins. An outlier is an observation which deviates so much from other observation as to arouse suspicious that it was generated by different mechanism. Second, scientists Burnett and Lewis define outlier. Outlier is an observation which appears to be inconsistent with the remainder of the dataset. Means outliers are the points that are beyond the normal data set or a regular data set, or sometimes irregular data set are known as a outlier. The below figure shows the examples of outlier. In this figure, there are two normal results, that is N1 and N2, that is a regular data. And there are three outlying instances, that is O1, O2, and O3. O3 is a normal and O1 and O2 are beyond the normal data. These points are known as outliers. There may be different causes for outliers. There may be a number of causes for outliers or cause. Outliers from intentional or motivated misreporting. Outliers sometimes may be from sampling errors, and sometimes outlier may be from standardized failure. There are different types of outliers. Or outlier can be classified into the following categories: point outliers, collective outliers, vector outliers, sequence outlier, trajectory outliers, and graph outliers. First one, points outlier. In the given set of instances, an individual point beyond the regular point, that is termed as a point outlier. The point outlier as shown in a figure below. One point that is in the approximately 40 above the normal range, and this point is known as a point outlier. Then second, collective outlier, that is a combination of many outlier or a combination of a number of points that are beyond the regular data point, that is known as a collective outliers. Then vector outliers are defined from the vector-like representative data, such as relational data set. The data are represented in tuples, and each tuple has a set of associated attributes. The data set can contain only numeric attributes or categories attributes. Sequence outlier, that is also in a group, data are presented as sequence. A good example of sequence database is in a system call log where the computer can commands execute in a certain address. A sequence of command in this log may look like in the following sequence like HTTP buffer, HTTP web, all these things. So these are the different points of different types of outlines and their representation. So this is also one type of outlier, that is a graph outlier. Graph outlier represent those graph entity that are abnormal when compared with their peers. The graph entity that can become outlier includes nodes, edges, and subgraphs. So these are the different types of outliers, then different uses or applications of outliers. Outlier detection and removal is useful in almost all applications. Some of the applications are listed below. First one, outliers are used for detection of fraud. That's detecting fraudulent application, for example, for credit cards or mobile phone. Then loan application processing to detect a fraudulent customer. Then activity monitoring, detecting fraud by monitoring activity or a suspicious state. Then network performance, monitoring the performance of a computer network. Then fault diagnosis, monitoring process to detect faults. So these are the different applications of outlier that is also used in a satellite image analysis, identifying novel feature or misclassified features. Then motion segmentation, detecting image features moving independently of the background. Then time series monitoring, monitoring safety critical applications such as drilling. Then the different methods used for detections of outlier. There are so many methods. Some of them are as follow. The first one is known as a control chart technique, that is a CCT. So this method provide a picture of the history of the performance of process. Control chart will place additional information onto the run chart. And by using this CCT or that CCT, you will determine whether your process is operating as statistical control, and the purpose of control chart is to detect any unwanted changes in the process. These changes will be signified by abnormal points. The below figure show the control charts. So in this case, there are two lines. One specify the lower limit and one specify the upper limit. And in between these two, that is upper and lower limit, that is a regular data. And above the upper limit, that is a unregular or uncertain data, that is known as a outlier. And also below the lower limit, that is a unregular or uncertain data, and these points, that is above the upper limit and below the lower limit, these points are known as a outliers. So this is one method used for detection of outlier, that is known as a CCT. Then second one is k-means algorithm. So this k-means clustering of algorithm is simple method for finding the for estimating the mean of a set of groups. Means by using this method, first of all, you can find the mean of the value. The k-means algorithm is popular data clustering algorithm. To use it requires the number of cluster in the data to be pre-specified, finding the appropriate number of cluster for a given data set. And it is generally trial and error process made more difficult by the subjective nature of deciding what constitutes correct clustering. The k-means uses squared Euclidean distance to allocate the object to cluster. There is implicit assumption that data should have roughly the same scale to use such a distances. The k-means algorithm proceeds to try to find out minimum for the error sum squares, and the weak assumption is group has regularly the same, meaning that the variance covariance matrix object within a group is equal. The k-means clustering algorithm, first of all, this algorithm that partition the data into k distance cluster based on the center to the centroid of the cluster. Means in this case, in a k-means algorithm, the data set is divided to the number of parts or number of partition considering the centroid of the cluster. And the initial partition can be done in a variety of ways. First way is for finding the partition, that is dynamically. This method is good when the amount of data is expected to grow. The initial cluster means that can simply be first few of items of data from the set. If the data will be grouped into three clusters, then the initial cluster means will be the first three of item. Then second way for finding the cluster, that is a randomly chosen. You can select any point as a random point. And third way, that is selecting upper and lower bound. So these are the three ways to find the centroid of the data. First one dynamically, second random, and third one deciding upper and lower limits. So this is the first k-means algorithm. In this case, the first step is data assignment step. Each centroid define one of its cluster. In this step, each data point is assigned to its nearest centroid based on the square. So below figure show the k-means algorithm. It is divided into the number of partition, and one point is considered as a centroid for finding the remaining partition. So this is a k-means algorithms. So for this, there are two methods for finding these two algorithms, that is a CCT and k-means algorithm. So conclusion of this seminar is that outlier detection is studied widely because need of finding intrusion detection and anomaly detection in many applications. But using anti-error for outlier detection is of high computational. Outlier detection, one of the classical topic of data mining, has generated a great deal of research in recent years, owing to the new challenges posted by large high dimension data. So this is the seminar for my refresher course. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving a chance to present the seminar. So thank you, sir.